I've known Bobby Stroupe for a long time.
Great to see you, dude. It's been too long, man.
Absolutely. But not as long as he's known Patrick Mahomes. Patrick even gave Stroupe a shout-out at the Pro Bowl this year.
I trained with a guy that I've trained with since I was in 4th grade named Bobby Stroupe at Apex.
Stroupe still trains kids that were the same age as Patrick was when he started, and says at that age, his job is about making sure they're enjoying the work, that's all. But he told us that Patrick started to really stand out in middle school.
Anytime we put him in a reactive situation, a multi-directional agility situation, or a problem-solving situation, or something that showed power from multiple dimensions, he stood out.
And now?
I mean, he's a unicorn. If he was on a video game, and he is now, but he would have all these things turned up that most kids wouldn't want because they wouldn't know why. It's good. His agility, his movement, all these things are just off the charts.
Stroupe showed up on Patrick's Instagram page several times this summer. He was also part of a viral moment with him during Mahomes' college days.
We had some high school kids do a long throw competition from their knees up here. And he said, well, who threw the furthest? And I told him, and he said, I want to beat that. And I said, well, let's do it, and let's put it on camera and show people your arm strength. He gets on his knees right here, and he throws it. And he actually threw it a little over 80 yards from his knees. But I thought, if I tell people this is 80 yards, we'll be the biggest quacks, and they'll just make fun of him. So we just said 65 yards, and it went everywhere. It was on every game day.
Patrick isn't the only pro athlete Stroupe trains. Players from multiple sports work with him and his team. In fact, during our visit, Dylan Cantrell, who's in his 2nd year as a receiver with the Los Angeles Chargers, was at APEC. He went to high school and college with Patrick Mahomes, and also says he owes a lot to Bobby.
We do so many functional things that you wouldn't do normally, that you wouldn't even think of doing if you're training or working out on your own. It's crazy. It's still surreal because I still see him as the kids that we grew up playing Little League baseball and football and basketball, and just so it's been awesome. And like I said, I think he's going to keep getting better.
That's almost hard to imagine after Mahomes' first season as a starter in Kansas City. But it's not for Stroupe, who's been there since the beginning and knows exactly what Chiefs Kingdom has to look forward to.
Watching him play now, no, man, because I've seen all those things in my head a million times before they happen. I'm being honest, I really have. And Patrick, I know he has. He loves the town, he loves the fans. Those kind of things really push him on and motivate him. He loves the game as much as you love watching him.